Imagine this. You're sitting at a console, the phone rings, a child is screaming that their parent won't wake up. Moments later, you're coaching someone through CPR. Then, without a pause, you're dispatching units to a violent domestic call, trying to keep officers safe as chaos unfolds. Now, picture doing that 12 hours straight, 5 days a week, with little time to decompress. This is the reality for thousands of 911 dispatchers, the first responders. But while they support the public during their darkest moments, who's supporting them? My name is Vicky. I've been a 911 dispatcher for the past 8 years, and I currently serve as a management analyst for the Quality Improvement Department. Over the years, I've seen firsthand the incredible demands placed on emergency telecommunicators and the toll it can take on our mental health. The most important idea that I want to share today is that mental health support for dispatchers is not a luxury. It's a necessity. Working in emergency communications means constantly absorbing the trauma of others, maintaining emotional control, and performing flawlessly under pressure. The combination of chronic stress, long shifts, emotional fatigue, it all leads to serious mental health consequences, including burnout, secondary traumatic stress, and even PTSD. But we rarely talk about it, and even fewer dispatchers seek help, with less than 30% doing so, despite over 80% reporting high levels of stress. Let's consider the demands of this job. According to Pivetta, dispatchers face repeated exposure to trauma events and are responsible for coordinating emergency response while ensuring the safety of first-hand responders in the field. That's a dual burden. And to the reality, that's 88 to 93% of dispatch centers, which are understaffed, which means dispatchers often work overtime with little recovery time. This kind of chronic pressure, without proper mental health support, doesn't affect the dispatcher only. It affects the quality of your emergency response, team morale, and retention. So what can we do? Here's one powerful action every dispatcher and every supervisor can take. Start a daily self-check-in routine and use self-instruction and habit reversal techniques. Let me explain how this works and why this matters. Self-instruction is a self-management technique where you guide yourself through a set of calming, structured internal commands. For example, before or after a shift, say to yourself, I recognize today may be stressful. I am prepared to focus, stay grounded, and reach out if I need support. Habit reversal helps replace negative responses like bottling emotions or avoiding breaks with healthier habits. If your usual reaction to stress is to ignore it, reverse it. Take 5 minutes of your breaks. Breathe deeply or debrief with a peer. The key is to notice the pattern and intentionally disrupt it. Now, how do we ensure these strategies stick? This is what generalization and maintenance comes in. 1, you're going to teach the full range of relevant stimulus conditions. Practice these self-check-ins not only after a traumatic call, but also during normal days. It builds consistency. 2, make the instructional setting like the generalization setting. Use language and visual at dispatch consoles to remind staff to pause and reflect. 3, maximize the target's behavior, contact with reinforcement. Create a recognition system where team members are acknowledged for using wellness tools. 4, train to generalize. Encourage dispatchers to use these same techniques at home, reinforcing that their mental health matters beyond the headset. The job will always be demanding, but if we don't take care of the people behind the headset, the entire emergency response system suffers. So let's commit one self-check, one supportive habit, and one step toward protecting those who protect us. Thank you.